the character Gray. It's pretty cool. It's got some Milsim type of vibe to it. I like it. I like the Milsim stuff. I think my favorite characters in Call of Duty was the ones back in Black Ops 2. They had like different ones for different weapons you were using. It was pretty cool. Dude, and that's why we get freaky in the Reaper's Island. Oh shit, there's another one. Let me get out of here for a second. Are you gonna come pull up? Hello. You almost got me, buddy. I ain't gonna lie. You almost had me in the first half. What other streamer does that, bro? Get freaky in the bathroom. That guy's up top. Oh, he went all the way down. Oh, he's running. Give me that ass, boy. He does have a sub. Right here. Uh-oh. Don't play. It's not good. Dude, rank rebirth? Dude, it's so hard to find plays. Or is it just me? Or am I just dog shit? Can we stop looking at me with the snipers, please? I'm gonna go over here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Yo, everybody in the damn YT or to TikTok. Any one of you guys come on through to the Perfect app. Link in the bio. That's where I'm live. That's where I'm playing the game. Full screen. Little no ads. And that's where I read chat. So if you guys want to say something to me, man, that's the best way to do it. I don't care if you're toxic or not. Come on through. Show what's up, man. Show what's up. Oh, trap mine. No, please. Don't do that to me. Oh, no, that hurt. Hello. Oh, shit. Nice play, dude. He got me that time. He got me that time. Yo, TikTok, I'm looking for one new follower in the stream. Who's it gonna be? Tap the follow button if you're new. I wanna shout you out, okay? We're literally 5 away from 10 new followers in the stream. If we hit that goal, that'd be pretty cool. Let me land over at control center because someone was landing my loadout. I don't want to get 50-50 and chalk the game. You know, guys won't watch me. Okay. So we got this scavenger. That's all the way over there. Got the. Ow, bro! Like seriously, man. Amazing with a follow.
Bora jogar time, junto time da desgraça. Eu tô sozinho. Olha aí.
Querer matar meu amigo, tá ficando doido.
Cara.
Querer matar você, Barbie.
Traz ele, velho.
Tem um time aqui.
Ih, tá com dispersão, mano.
Mentira. Se liga. Tem uma máscara lá embaixo, lá de lá.
É negócio.
Na loja. Vamos tentar avançar, casera.
Mano.
Daqui, em cima do telhado. Em cima do telhado no.
Aonde?
Lá em cima ainda.
Caramba.
Ah, mano.
Tô ligado, tô ligado.
Ah!
Tá um tiro.
Tá onde?
Marca ele, velho.
Aí,
Atrás.
Tá onde?
Meu Deus do céu, calma, bebê.
Lá
Aí atrás.
daí, ó. Na frente dele, ó.
Tua vez, mano.
Tá em cima. Tá nessa escada aí, ó.
Pulou. Tá ali. Aí.
É hack, é hack, é hack.
Caramba.
É hack, é hack.
É hack.
Pinada da peste, doido. Só pinando. Toma no có. Ó.
Ó, olha. Caralho.
Que isso.
Pai. Ai,
Mais que o
bebê.
diabo.
Aí, saiu bonito na live, hein? Caraca. Salvei a lenda.
Falou.
Deu bom.
Caralho, a nossa sorte que o cara era mais ruim que nós. Né? Ele tava num high ground, pô. Nós tava descendo, eu ainda consegui descer. Eu andei de bala pra porra nele, tu viu não? Em cima desse cara. E aí, Barra, tu vai ainda, desgraça?
Vou, pô, aí eu vou sair lá após meia-noite. Olha lá.
Já é que tu tá
Vou sair
sem
só
fone,
mais
doido?
tarde lá, mano. Lá após 1 hora, meia-noite, por aí.
Já é que tu tá sem fone?
Hã?
Já é que tu tá sem fone?
Eu tô aqui na minha casa. Com meu irmão aí, eu tenho que escutar esse viado. Também tô esperando uma entrega.
Quanto de forma sordidamente
Eu acho que é
plena.
aqui uns
E eu
60,
acredito que a
viado.
necessidade foi realmente abrir um
Acho que aqui uns 60.
Hoje aceitar ser um, cara, ter que morar na ilha com os pais. E o Sombra, ele tá falando? Eu não tô escutando ele.
Oi.
Ele?
Oi.
E Pedro, tá vendo aí os FPS dropando? Tá 160, toda hora caindo pra 140. P? Tá vendo aí os FPS dropando aí? 180, caindo pra 160.
Pô, tem nem isso, eu jogo na TV.
Vou ativar o DLS aqui, vai pra 260.
Eu tô.
Caramba, quem dera. Quem dera 160.
Eu também pra mim.
Ó, umas treta
Só que
aqui,
o
pessoal.
DLS mentindo o pessoal diz que dá lag. Dá lag.
Ei, massa, já vai, esse outro não entrou não, foi?
Não, mano. Deixa nós na mão.
Lembra, saiu.
Ah, foi.
Vocês caiu aonde, bando de doido?
Eu tô aqui, mano, no Control Center. Matando todo mundo aqui, mano.
Não, moço.
Eu pensei
Ah.
que tu ia cair aqui, seu viado.
Morri.
Aí tem que pegar uma arma primeiro, pô. Não adianta buscar aí.
Eu nem
Bota
sei porque eu
dinheiro,
caí
bota-
aqui.
Botou 200 conto. Droga.
É doido. Já foi lá pra nós, já. Não é bom.
Tô rodando aqui a 35 FPS, mano. Tá liso,
Desgrama.
tá liso.
Ave Maria. PS4, é?
PC, ó. E tá liso.
A 30, a
Tri-
35?
35.
Também tudo no talo, hein?
Não, mano, tudo no mínimo.
Tá é doido, né?
É,
O meu
Dual-
só deixa umas cores no alto pra não ficar
Du-
bugado o jogo.
Dual Core 4 GB.
Dual Core.
Isso, Dual Core 4 GB de RAM. E tá rodando.
Tá rushando, tá rushando.
Opa, tô chegando.
É um time, mano.
Ih, caramba, deu ruim. Vou chegar atacando um ataque aéreo, hein? Tá, porra. O negócio tá sinistro, mano. Nem vou atacar o ataque, mano. Tá doido. O negócio tá sinistro. Que susto, mano.
Esse cara caindo pra todo lado aqui.
Tem mais aqui? Tem não.
Rapaz, tô escutando passo.
Mano, você
Pé
acha
no
que eu
telhado.
jogo, né? Depois dessa atualização aqui, meu filho, meu analógico direito tá uma desgraça, mano. E aí, mano?
Tá telhado, é?
Telhado, tava mirando na escada esse pau no cu. Nem vi, ele tava deitado.
Os caras são. Não, não, não. Os caras são nervosos aqui, mano.
Ai! Meu Deus do céu. 3 peão aí. 3 não, a 2.
Tá doido.
Pulei na janela, meu amigo.
Só um susto.
Olha. Oxê. E esse cara que saiu bugado aí?
Cara comigo, cara comigo, cara
É
comigo, cara comigo, cara comigo.
Ela dá puta, rapaz.
Segura, eu tô voltando. Vai.
Cara comigo.
Tô vendo, viu?
Agora o negócio pega. Agora o negócio pega. Gostou, né? Gostou, né? Embaixo? Pode vir, filho.
Dá um tiro aí.
Nossa, tá comigo. Tá um tiro, confia. Da jolinha.
O cara atrás de mim, velho.
Vem.
Não tem condições não, meu irmão. Do nada o cara aparece ali, mano. Do nada. Esse cara já sabe onde eu vou aparecer.
Sai.
Nossa. Esse,
Ah,
cê-
mano, eu
cê-
derrubei esse cara aí, mas tomei lá de um barco, parece.
Ah, ixi, não, telhado.
Da lá, loja lá embaixo. Ó. Três baixas só, mano. Tô doida. Partida ruim da porra. Abre a caixa aí, barco. Quando eu voltar, abre essa caixa aí na tua frente, ó.
Aqui. Na vida. Tem outro.
Caramba.
Desgraça, o cara tacou 1050 bombas aqui dentro, baitola.
Dá nem pra pegar a caixa, hein. Dá pra pegar a caixa ali? Dá não.
Dá.
Ah, mano. Ah, tá de sacanagem. Deita um, vem outro.
Oi, amor.
Ai, gostoso.
Como é que você tá, meu bem? Nesse
Tem
domingo,
cara aqui. Ó, na porta.
Se cachorro de
na
gostoso
porta,
vai deixar.
Na porta.
Vai tomar no cu,
Ixi.
filha da puta. Rapariga desgraçada.
Ficou ligeiro demais, viu? Ó, o MTzão de respeito, papai. Toma. Sei que é um MT de respeito, P. Presta atenção aí pra tu ver.
Só não tem mira.
MT.
Só não tem mira.
Pega.
Pega nada. Ah, um tiro ficou.
Estava falando da puta.
Ataque,
Aí, ó.
miséria.
Depois de uma hora. Viado.
Ataque, miséria. Tu não viu esse ataque, não? Pô, eu peguei a arma errada, mano.
Tá usando
Peguei o
essa
diabo
dose
da
do
12.
diabo aí, tu é.
Tava só treinando, só pra testar, pô. cara amassando nós aí, tu viu? Ô, franzinha gostosa, mano. Tu é doido. Postou uma foto, não vou nem curtir. Faz, faz pecado o cara desejar e não conseguir comer. Eu já comi duas amigas dela, ela ficou sabendo aí. Tem jeito, não.
Ô Maria.
Desculpa.
Ô Pepe.
Ela nem. Né? Eu não comeu nenhuma amiga dela e fala com ela.
E aí, Sad Boy, eu vou jogar essa aqui, né? E vou deixar meu irmão jogar. Aí umas 10 horas eu volto.
Beleza. Também vou dar uma parada, vou jogar só essa, vou dar uma parada.
Pra parar agora também. Detrox.
Não sei, eu acho que eu vou jogar um Free Fire já com meu amigo ali. Tem um amigo meu que foi embora.
Tu joga Free Fire, bicho?
Só pra ma... Eu jogo, pô, eu
Tu joga
jogo
Free
tudo,
Fire?
eu amasso em tudo, pai.
Free Fire? Sério?
Vai jogar
Só
campeonato,
no jogo,
tu?
só no jogo Fortnite que é jogo, parece jogo de viado.
Eu jogo Free Fire também, mas só no mobile.
Mas aí você é bom no X1 no Free Fire?
Eu sou bom.
X1 eu não sou muito chegado em X1 não, mano.
Aí eu vou, hein?
Eu amasso também.
É,
Eu sou bom no X1.
no X1 também sou bom, mano. Era bom, né? Era, né?
Eu,
Tem o quê? 3
eu
anos.
baixei ele
Qual foi?
no
Cadê esse campeonato aí? Vai botar não?
4v4?
campeonato.
Hã?
4v4.
Campeonato.
4v4?
4v4. Existe isso ainda? Deve...
P,
Não entendi não.
P, tu escuta os caras falando.
Free Fire existe ainda, gente?
O que, desgraçado? O quê?
Tu escuta ele.
Escuto.
Não, tô falando com o P aqui. É porque eu tô no Discord aqui com um amigo meu.
Ah. Você é baita.
Hã? Tô te escutando não, tua cal tá ruim, é e é porque eu aumentei no máximo. Não, é tua cal que tá baixa mesmo. Tá, agora tá top.
E barbecue, que isso?
Tá falando.
Oi.
Retornou um gigantinho. Que surdo.
Acho que vai aqui ligação diferente. Bora fazer loadout, pô. Não matei ninguém, não tô achando nem cara. Tem Tem um time aí embaixo.
Uhum.
Tem dois caras aí.
Caraca, mano, o cara não morre, viado.
Um tiro, um tiro.
Ó, mano, o cara pinou os. Aqui é amarelo, aqui é amarelo, aqui é
Tem
amarelo.
cara entrando onde eu morri, tá?
Cê
Aqui,
é
ó.
louco, viado. Que mira
Aqui.
gostosa.
Da fábrica aí.
Tem um time aqui, mano. Não! Ah, que isso, meu jogo? Ah! Diabo!
Ó, o cara correu.
Os caras chorando aí. O cara só chora.
Já chegou outro time, vai se fuder, mano.
Pô, não acho arma, velho. Essa porra desse ataque não vai.
Eu passei um minuto ali, tô apertando porra do ataque pra não ir, mano.
Agora vai.
Tem dois caras comigo na minha frente. Aqui, ó. Ah, lá, lá.
Ah, buceta, viu? Ó.
Nossa, cai longe, hein? Tirar logo a distância.
Meu cuzinho e desliza com o Bilal. Oh.
Como é que tu morreu?
Ah, mano, tinha outro.
Muito loot aqui, mas que bom.
Caralho, pro lado não tá.
DT1. Tá miado, tá miado. Deitou, deitou, Barbie? Deitou.
Deitei.
Joguei o ataque porque eu sabia que eles não estavam cá.
Bora descer lá embaixo, bora matar aqueles caras lá embaixo.
Não, mas tô comendo aqui.
Tô procurando uma porra da seringa não, do... O time dele já foi eliminado já, o time dele.
Graça, doido.
É outro time, sai. Pega água.
Cuidado, Bala. Tem dois aí, um de 12. Cuidado, não vai assim não, velho. Outro caindo aí, ó. Porra. Quebrado.
É os bonzão. Vou guivadar ele.
Pega minhas coisas, não quero.
Fica lá em cima lá, ó. Agora ataque.
Bora guivar pro esquerdo aqui, ó.
Nossa, tem muito cara lá, viu?
Tem um vante aqui. Pega esse vante aí, ó. Pega um vante aí no chão, fica com ele. na mão.
Já sei o que eu vou fazer, mano. Caramba, cadê? Ah, eu não consigo jogar, mano. Ah, eu não consigo jogar. F. Hein, pega esse aqui, pessoal.
O cara caiu bem em cima.
Puta que pariu.
O cara marcando o rapel lá, ó.
Joguei.
Sniper.
Joguei ataque.
Ai, bebê. Tá vendo aí como é que joga, pê?
Nossa, tem uma galera em cima, mano. E embaixo. Eita porra. Ah, porra.
Que desgraça foi essa? Ah! Que mentira, Dudu. A mira tava nele. Ó. Aí roubou demais.
Ei, vai tomar no cu. Ei, valeu, rapaziada. Quem vai jogar agora é meu irmão.
Aquela mira
É,
aí, velho, pelo amor de
vou
Deus.
parar aqui também. Falou, pessoal. Com Deus aí, mano.
Falou, bebê.
Valeu, mano. É nóis.
Falou.
Manda beijo.
TheFeed.com presents Athletes in the Wild. A drought has stricken the plains. The animals suffer, except those who found their oasis at TheFeed.com. Please feed the animals. Shop today and get a free animal bottle at TheFeed.com.
Love that insight from the ground, but here we are, stage 9 of the Tour de France, 174 kilometers from Chinon to Châteauroux. It is a flat day with one sprint coming early on where we may see a tight battle for that green jersey once again before they battle those winds into Châteauroux.
That's the direction that the wind's pointing. Blowing pretty hard, around over 20 kilometers an hour, and that corner right there comes at kilometer 137. That's where it gets open. They turn to the right, and they'll get that wind from the side. Definitely a pancake of the day, no GPM, KOM to speak of. So should be a day for the sprinters, but we'll see that wind battle heat up.
And the final 5K will look like this.
So once they come into the town, they'll get more shelter from the wind. They have a couple of corners, couple of twists and turns. There's some narrowing sections along this run into town with 1.5 kilometers. It is dead straight all the way to the finish line.
What's up, guys?
départ réel, le départ réel donné à 13h25. 13h25 de cette 9e étape de la 112e étape du Tour de France, une étape entre Chinon et Châteauroux, donc de 174,1 km. Il y a 176 coureurs au départ.
So we've confirmed 176 riders, and immediately that flag came in. There's a two-man attack by Alpecin. Van der Poel has come up to the leaders.
Mathieu Van der Poel starts the day in 4th in the point standings. This will give him 128 points, move him into 3rd, only a few points behind Tadej Pogačar. Ways to go to the total of Jonathan Milan, but Mathieu Van der Poel, if he gets all the way to that sprint point, the intentions are he's going for the green jersey for the rest of the Tour de France. It's going to be a very long tour for the other sprinters.
Well, that gap has gone extremely wide now. There's where we're heading for, that first green jersey sprint. No reaction from the field at all, and Van der Poel is right up there in this competition. He's sitting there in 4th place, 108. He gets 20 if he goes across the line first, so he won't even climb to 3rd, but he would come close. Gemini, of course, will try and contest along with Milan. I don't think Pogačar will have any interest in the sprint, which is about 14 miles up the road. Well, these two, his teammates, are pushing on, and they're now out to 148 over the field. And we're just we're about 18 kilometres, just over 11 miles from this sprint point.
Cruising at around 33 miles per hour if it is a headwind. That's incredible. Team cars might take a while for the team car to get up behind them because the peloton is packed in so tightly.
We just heard the call. This is Joden's Rich. We saw him on his face looking very sick in a crash yesterday, but happily up and back in the race today. Arm bandage there. He's just gone straight back to the doctor, have it checked out.
Marc Soler also worrying at the doctor's car after having fallen yesterday. Lost a lot of time, and it's tough times for UAE with 2 crashes to their top helpers of Tadej Pogačar.
Well, let's check in with Christian van der Velde. It's up to 1 minute and 51 now, Christian. Primož Roglič, we've not seen hardly any of him yet in this year's Tour de France, and he's paid the price. 3 minutes and 6 seconds down in the overall classification. But the terrain is swinging more in his favour over the next 48 hours. And we'll see. Tomorrow will be a good indicator, I think. He needs a good ride tomorrow to go into the rest day feeling a little bit more confident. 3:27, and they're tapping out the overall now. We're not very far from the sprint. We've just entered the department of Vienne. And just look at this, Bob. Milan 182. Pogačar, I don't think we'll see him in the sprint. Get him eyes there. Van der Poel obviously looking forward now to 20 points. I think his teammate will let him get those. And they go right to the first 15. So it's 20 and 17 are gone. Jonathan Milan will have to look for a possibility of 15. Remember, he lost 10 points for erratic sprinting yesterday.
0.5 kilometers. That's for the 2 riders up front.
That
Peloton.
guy didn't put his suntan cream on.
Oh.
A bit pink, wasn't he?
3:38. So it'll be a while before the peloton gets there. But just inside of 500 meters now. 400 meters to go for Van der Poel and Rijkaard.
Now we expect Rijkaard to gift it to obviously Van der Poel, because Rijkaard's not in the hunt for green jersey points. 200 meters to go. Adri stretching his legs at the back, or rather Mathieu stretching his legs at the back. And the crowd straining forward. They won't see much of a sprint here, I don't think. Now, is he going to come past her, or is he going to let his teammate do it? No, here he comes. Takes the 20 points. Got to do it. Never know what will unfold in the days ahead. And there's no point in saying that was an easy 20 points, because they've averaged over 30 miles an hour since the attack. There is Germay down there. Remember, this is the sprint, but you've got Visma and you've got the Lidl Trek teams, spinning for 15 points, third place. And so far, Milan has never been beaten on a sprint when it's been for the head of the peloton. Doesn't matter if there's a breakaway, he's always picked up the rest. So let's see if he keeps his nap hand. He's looking for third place.
Merlier on the left, white jersey, blue stripe across the chest.
The train is hooked up with him.
On the wheel of Girmay at the moment.
Tim Merlier, the European champion. He needs to get points as well. He's dreaming of winning green in Paris. He's got to go everywhere the green jersey goes. Dylan Groenewegen being brought up by the Jacob Alua team as well.
Lidl Trek to the far left-hand side of the road, making everybody have to go out in the wind and make it much more difficult for Milan's competitors to come around in the sprint, most certainly. 500 meters, Phil.
Well, he's starting the sprint early here, Quinn Simmons, but he's got the team behind him. Two teammates, then you launch the man in green, and Gramay's got on his back wheel. Malier's on the back wheel of Gramay. The three top sprinters here are in third, fourth, and fifth at the moment. And Coquard just peeping in at the bottom in that red jersey.
Turgis as well, just in front of Coquard.
Head-on shot. Now they're going to have to move over. 100 meters to go. He's broken now. Is it Turgis who's gone? And on the left, it is Merlier. But listen, this guy is so quick. They just can't get up to him. Never mind get past him. Best of the rest again on the stage of the sprint points of the Tour de France for Milan.
When the dust settles after this little sprint, the gap will probably be around 3:40, 3:45, coming a bit closer because of that acceleration from top four guys anyways. Tim Merlier, I think, just behind Girmay, but might have to go to the cameras for second on that sprint, Phil.
Well, this is the confirmation as we saw it. Van der Poel, Ricard, Milan, Girmay did get in fourth, and Merlier in fifth place there. So they've grabbed the major points amongst the best sprinters in the race so far. Turgis also sprinting very well in sixth place. Coquard, he finished in eighth. And Luke Plapp getting himself involved in that particular sprint. Nobody else in the hunt for green here as we look further down to the top 15 over the line. Overall then, Milan's heading up to 200 points now. Pogacar didn't contest that. Girmay made a few points, he's in third. Van der Poel, who's up front, got 20, he's in fourth, and Turgis in fifth. That's the standings. Next green jersey sprint, the finish. So the yellow jersey has moved to the front to make sure he's in a situation if anything does go. This is Matteo Trentin at the team car.
At the race director's car, just behind the peloton. Oh, no!
There's a crash.
Oh my, that.
Uno X is caught, Cofidis is caught. The way they ride, they've caught two riders on the picnic squad.
Sam Watson.
British champion in the white there on the left.
There's Milan. Probably thanking his. Oh, gracious. Oh, let's hope that they don't cause another crash of the riders coming back.
A lot of riders off the back for natural brake reason. The doctor is running all over the place here now. Remember, he was the car that just got behind the peloton before they fell off. This is Jon Izagirre. Don't like the look of that as he's led away to the side of the road.
Bad sign. Pavel Bittner, their sprinter for Picnic, also going down heavily.
Just checking him out, making sure he hasn't hit his head as well. And while all this is happening, the breakaway has gone over that 5-minute marker now.
Tour de France stage winner in 2023 for the Cofidis squad. A year that they won 3 stages after I think it was a 14-year hiatus of stage wins in the Tour. It was delivered by Victor Lafayette on stage number 2, if memory serves, and they got another one before the finish, but Izagirre, tough crash there at a very high speed.
Yeah, let's just have a look at it down there. There's not a lot to show you. Oh, This is pain. This is Varenskold here. He is not at all happy. He's in great pain there, and he's got no way he's going back to the race at the moment. That's really a shame for Soren Varenskold. Let's have a look at the bottom of the picture, I think it is. We'll try and show you how it's happened. They're just passing through the feed here at the moment. This is when we picked it up. It's right in the center of the peloton, Bob. Varenskold was the first rider with his back to us there on the road.
Well,
just look to the right there.
2/3 of the way down. Touch of wheels, touch of handlebars,
But
lean
they were
in.
going so fast, Bob.
Yeah.
They fell quickly and very heavily there. That's a real shame for Soren Varenskold. He's having a great tour, but it's looking a bit in jeopardy just now. He's got his right arm is bleeding.
But right from the start, 2 men from Alpecin sprinted out to the front to form that 2-man break. It's Jonas Ricard and Matthew van der Poel, who's 5th right now in the GC standings. He's been in yellow this tour. He has a stage win this tour. That lead has been all the way up to 5:40. It's been hovering in the 20s here for a while. You can see it right now at 5:25, and they still have just over 70 miles left. Oh, my goodness.
Who's this? Oh, man. This is right.
That's a George Zimmerman from Biniam Girmay's team, German national champion.
Yesterday, Wanty also having a crash with Jonas Ruth. So, man, Biniam Girmay's, his team is just getting pummeled right now with these crashes. And when those speeds are high, fatigue's in, it's hot out. It looks like they were just running through some concussion protocol, kind of assessing the injuries, any broken bones. I don't know, does that, hopefully he gets back on the bike. Hopefully he's okay. Ooh, man.
That's grisly.
That's what I was talking about the other day. That's when you go to bed and the sheets stick to your leg.
Let me back on my bike.
Yeah, oh. The tour waits for no one.
You can see right away they were concerned with head trauma, moving the finger from left to right to see how he followed. They must have felt okay about that. I'm sure he doesn't feel okay about what's going on his left side there, just ripped to shreds. Yikes.
Pogacar in yellow today. Will he lose it on the road today? Evenepoel in 2nd and Vingegaard in 4. Matteo Jurgensen, he wasn't a contender to win, but we put him in there and he's riding high in 6th place, the American. And Primož Roglic still looking for 3 minutes and 6 seconds. He may turn that round a little bit from tomorrow. We expect to see Primož trying to get in on the act tomorrow. But right now, this race is scorching across the department of the Andra at the moment. And they're picking up the best of the wind. It will change direction. It could well tear this race apart, Bob, as we go down towards the finish. They have just announced the abandon of João Almeida.
Oh, no.
On race radio, so we'll get confirmation of it very quickly on our pictures. I really thought he was going to come through that, but we'll wait and see if that is confirmed. But it's just been announced on race radio.
Well, if you can sit on the wheels with little effort, as could be expected on a day like today, not the case today because of Mathieu van der Poel's audacity, but if you are struggling off the back in the cars, coming back, sitting on the wheels, and you're dying this far from the finish line and have been in agony all day.
Yeah.
And by the way, they're going so fast, so quickly. That is an update to that. It's official. This number 2, top lieutenant of Tadej Pogacar, out of the Tour de France. That's a real blow. But if you've have a broken rib, and you can't hold the wheels, it's over.
I think that was the point where he said, "Nah, enough is enough," and he was pulling off that.
Well, if Mathieu van der Poel had not been off the front with his teammate, I don't know that they'd be going at this average speed and like seriously racing for every square inch of the road. It's just impossible to maintain the tempo of the field, and we'll see how that translates, that definitely swings in the favor of Jonas Vingegaard as far as teammates are concerned. No question about that, Phil.
All these desperate times are what, Bob? Because Jonathan Milan chasing green jersey points today, and the winds have just started to come from the side, and the pacemaking of Milan has torn a hole in the bunch.
They went from the left-hand side of the road, right-hand side of the screen, over to the right where the wind direction is more favorable to the echelons, and have dropped the boom. Wout van Aert at the back trying to do damage control. Ben O'Connor has missed this move. Harold Tejada is back there. And this is what we expected to happen. And if you're in this group, you're a long ways behind, in spite of the fact you're a very strong racer. Oscar Onley, also another rider in the top 10 in the overall standings, at the back of that group. And look how tiny it is now in the front, Phil.
I'm just listening to race radio. They are ripping into a whole range of numbers caught at the back, and you're absolutely right. One was Ben O'Connor.
There's Wout still trying to come across. He's having a very tough time.
He spotted it. There's not many men can cross a gap when you're in a crosswind like this. This is a huge effort. He knew, being a Belgian cyclist who races in these conditions like this, he knew he had to cross the gap immediately. That race split in front of him, and he'd likely be the only one to get across from that group.
Just a spirited chase there in what was a favorable moment of crosswinds. Victor Kampenaert's yellow helmet, black jersey, and right on his wheel is Jonas Vingegaard. So Tadej Pogačar and Jonas Vingegaard understanding they are in real danger of missing the split, so they're staying right near the front.
Yeah, this is the group coming back. We've seen Sepp Kuss there and Oscar Onley in this group. You see how the race referee has moved all the cars behind, so there's nothing between the big peloton and the chase peloton. They've got to get back under their own effort, and you can see the air between the two, but they're going for it now to quickly try and bridge the gap. About 12 seconds or even less.
Yeah, Nizagidi in that big crash earlier in the stage is the last rider in this group, and I believe it's the picnic team really working together to get Onley back into the peloton, who starts the day in the top 10 and has had a great Tour de France.
Yeah,
that's good news for Sepp Kuss, who's on his wheel, but being able to stay there, that is a whole nother story. Here is a split in the peloton. See, still a pretty big peloton, but a lot of guys just caught out in the 1,000 meters. Mathieu van der Poel holding on to a minute and a half barely in the virtual lead, but these is what the crosswinds do. We saw some of the big stars caught, including Oscar Onley in the last one. Let's see if we can get in there and identify any of the riders that might have been caught at that one. At this point, though, so close to the finish, might never get caught back up into the field.
Now, as soon as when they turned right, they had a forest to protect them. Somebody chopped it down because now the wind has come across the fields and split the peloton. Little breakaway trying to go 6 riders there, a couple trying to get across, including Astana.
See the difference in, oh, they're off to the side in the gravel. I was worrying about that when I rode also, that there's a temptation to go into the gravel to improve your position when there's no other way to do so. That's a very dangerous maneuver for flats and crashes especially, Phil.
As we're now looking down now, it's a Wiesma getting on the front, and this is changing face here. It is not the sprint teams now charging. It is Visma Lease Bike have sent the men to the front. The polka dot jersey is Tim Wellens. He is on Pogačar's squad. The two top teams are going for it, and this is Jonas Vingegaard, 2-time winner. He senses something's going to happen.
This is a group that's been dropped hard. Alaphilippe being scooped up, 2 minutes down already.
Wow, that's the end of Philippe today. Look at the holes in the peloton at the back end now. This is down to the pressure, primarily of Vingegaard and the Visma Lease Bike team.
Tim Wellens is there. Tadej Pogačar moving into about 5th spot. Jonathan Milan riding strong. His teammates have vanished, but he's defending his position well. But the teammates of Jonas Vingegaard, that's Victor Kampenaerts. Let's see if Jonas doesn't take a turn himself. I think he would much rather have some help from his teammates. He's taken one pull already.
He's going again. He's going again. He's got a plan in mind, and he's going to break this field up. Let's not forget the two front runners, because they're now at just 35 seconds ahead, and Vingegaard is himself doing the damage.
Lead out to chase down Mathieu van der Poel. It's not making life easy on the chasers. 10Ks to go. just inside of 1 minute. You said 1 minute, Phil?
He's nearly there. Let's see what's on the peloton get there. They're closing pretty fast at the moment, as you can see. Nasty little rise this at this stage of the race. Wouldn't count it early on, but it will now, and the face on Van der Poel here. Such a magnificent competitor.
Yeah, it's going to go within the last few hundred meters if he does get caught.
It might do.
And there's going to be some
finish.
Right on the line could be a possibility also, that's for sure. Evenepoel just in front of Pogacar, and team of Kevin Vokalon bringing him to the front. Visma, they went absolute maximum there in the crosswinds and didn't really do as much damage as they would hope for, that's for sure, with the numbers that they do have.
We're on the outskirts of Cavendish City, who won 3 times here. It's a sprinter's delight as a rule. Ricard has dropped off on our left, and now it's down to Adrie van der Poel for the last 6 kilometers. Darn it, Mathieu van der Poel, 6 kilometers to go. Everybody's desperate. They will be frightened to death now. They think, can this man go any quicker? We're not even bringing him back yet, and we're going to 4.5 kilometers from the finish. He's still got 25 seconds, but he's been in that bracket for absolutely ages. He's not going to give up now at all. Take a look at this. At 9 kilometers 41, 8:34, 7:34, 6:32, and now 25.
Watch for that gap. Watch that 24 seconds. Louis Askey was pulling for Groupama, but on his wheel was one of Mathieu van der Poel's teammates. Watch for that to go up a little bit when Askey is done. His teammate is right there on the wheels, Clement Rousseau. They will be leading out their sprinter, hoping for the best from Paul Penouet on today's stage. That's 2 Ks under the wheels of Mathieu van der Poel, and now the chasing peloton still 8 seconds.
He's going to be swamped at maybe the kilometer banner.
I don't know. I think he still has a chance to stay away, Phil. Honestly, anybody else,
on
no way.
On this one occasion, I love you. What a victory this would be. In the end, it would be a stage victory in the Tour de France, nothing more than that. But what a victory if it were to come. 7 seconds to go, 1.5 kilometers. Let's rush that 1 kilometer kite up towards Van der Poel. I can imagine all over the USA, people are on the edge of their seats now, willing Van der Poel just over 1,000 meters to run.
Penouet, the French sprinter on the Groupama squad, has the best lead out at the moment. So much hard work already been done. Van der Poel about to hit the 1K to go, has not been caught, but they're just about to get on terms.
They're getting on. That's not Ben Healy, is he taking off from the peloton again?
Looked a lot like Michael Vogren to me, but look at fourth wheel in that line is Jonathan Milan, not too far down at the bottom of the screen in the white jersey. That is Tim Merlier.
Oh, the catch is here. It's unfair, it's cruel, it's the Tour de France. Now the peloton have taken over for the bunch sprint we always thought we would get. But we were in doubt until the last 1,000 meters today. Now the sprinters are looking for the lead-out men. Total chaos down there, Bob.
Biniam Girmay coming into position. No lead-outs left. There goes the final sprint to the line by Danny Van Poppel. And the man in green is Jonathan Milan diving for the line now. Tim Merlier on his wheel trying to come around in the white jersey, white helmet.
It's Merlier going, taking on the man in green. Merlier nosing forward. Is he going to get it this time? In a straight sprint, Tim Merlier gets it over Jonathan Milan. What a sprint finish. And we came that close to a victory too for Mathieu van der Poel.
Mathieu van der Poel, what a ride by the Flying Dutchman, falling just a few hundred meters short. And Tim Merlier, so clever, so quick, so absolutely brilliant. Does he need teammates? Not always. Gets a big win, just the better of Jonathan Milan at the line.
And so difficult to do, to reorganize after catching the breakaway in sight of the line as well. Domestiques were flying in every direction there, looking for their lead out. There's the winner though, the European champion. Another big win for him. He's the most successful rider of the year. Steady on now, don't knock down the cameraman. Well, unbelievable result. We have to feel extremely sorry, but it is bike racing. But Van der Poel came within 1,000 meters of winning the stage. 173 kilometers in the lead. But this is the man who got it. And there must have been moments when he thought he wouldn't.
Third win for the team. Second for Merlier. And just weaving his way through the chaos of the sprint. And hesitating right there. If he tried to shoot that gap, he would have definitely come to grief in between the riders. But patient, realizing he might have to go a little bit longer than he wanted to, and still just a little bit quicker than the man in green.
Two fastest finishes in the world at the moment.
Arnaud Delis finally showing something of his abilities. Third on the stage in the red jersey, white helmet, Phil.
It was a good finish. Watch Arnaud in the red. He's aging a bit now, but he's been a great sprinter, multi-stage winner of the Tour. And as he crossed the line, it'll be a third place for him, but that's going to give his team a little bit of confidence going on.
Second time in this tour, Tim Merlier at the top of the stage results his second stage win of this tour, third of his career, coming just ahead of Jonathan Milan, who won yesterday. Tim Merlier probably couldn't wait to get up and get at it today after close to the finish yesterday. Wasn't even a part of the sprint finish with a flat tire. Was a part of it today and was the first one across, his second stage win. Speaking of Tade, there he is, first overall, just like he was to start the day. No real changes near the top. However, Matteo Jorgensen did move into fifth place. 134 back.
Triple vainqueur du Tour de France. Il s'appelle, vous le savez toutes et tous,
Yeah, smile not quite as big as it has been in the past days, knowing that his good friend João Almeida won't be continuing in this race.
In the battle for green, Jonathan Milan increases that lead. Now up by 71 points, but was beaten at the line by Tim Merlier for the second time this tour.
Le maillot vert est sur les épaules du sculptural, le coureur italien donc de l'équipe Lidl Trek.
He'll be happy with extending his lead today in the green jersey competition, but heading into the mountains, we have to wonder, is Tadej Pogačar going to slowly chip away at that lead?
To the polka dots again. Say the same thing. Tadej in second. It's Tim Wellens in first once again. Earns his 20th career polka dot jersey and his 5th of this tour.
He'll enjoy that one for one more day, but lots of points on tap for tomorrow, so I don't think we'll see him in that jersey for much longer, but he's worn it well.
And one more jersey to address. It is the white. Highest placed rider under the age of 25. Remco is 25. 25 career days in white. Remember, he won it last year. His 5th consecutive in this tour.
Nice of him to take some pulls there at the end for Tim Merlier to get that stage win. Hopefully he doesn't have to do that too often so he can protect that jersey and that high GC placing of his.
For all your cycling content year-round, subscribe to NBC Sports YouTube page. We got it all.
TheFeed.com presents Athletes in the Wild. The mating call of the athlete, a moment made possible by a ferocious appetite. For thousands of fuel, hydration and recovery options, please feed the animals. Shop today and get a free animal bottle at TheFeed.com.
Here it is, stage 7 of the Tour de France from Saint-Malo to the Mur de Bretagne. Heading south out of Saint-Malo before the route takes a westerly route. The riders will hit some crosswinds until they get to the hillier final portion of the stage. 2 climbs up the Mur de Bretagne.
There you can see the arrows. That's the direction of the wind. There is some open roads out there. They're small. If we take a look at the profile, it's a bit flatter in the beginning than it was yesterday, but make no mistake, it's jagged. There are narrow roads. It's crosswindy, and 2 finishes up the Mur de Bretagne. It's going to be an explosive final, Brent.
He's got his flag, Bob. Here we go. Let's go down to listen to Christian.
réel. Le départ réel donné à 12h27. 12h27 de cette 7e étape de la 112e édition du Tour de France. Étape entre Saint-Malo et Mur de Bretagne, Guerre-les-Dents, longue de 197 km et 179 coureurs au départ. The official start of the stage at 12:27. 12:27. Stage 7 of the Tour de France between Saint-Malo and Mur de Bretagne, Guerre-les-Dents, 197 kilometers and 179 riders at the start. First man to attack, Wout van Aert of Visma Leasebike.
Bob, we have made an absolutely cracking start here. Wout van Aert from Visma has caused this split in the peloton.
When the breakaway artists see one succeed, they are licking their chops the next day, hoping it will happen again. Lightning trying to strike twice. I think physically much more difficult to be in yesterday's breakaway, but tactically today would be a really tough one. It's going to be a lot of attacking. Could be many miles before the breakaway is established.
It's going to be quick too, because we're racing basically at sea level for the first 20-35 kilometers. It's a long way to the green jersey point sprint at 119 kilometers, in those climbs at the end which are brutal. Now Wout van Aert looks for some help. He's got a plan today. Schmidt says yes, I'll come and join you. Let's see if we can get a tandem going. Swiss-Dutch tandem. Swiss-Belgian tandem, sorry. Reaction from the chase. We need to pull back, see if the split. I think the peloton's... No, there's still a gap, just. Wow, this has taken a few guys a few deep breaths to get going on this one. It was such a ripper out the blocks there.
Soler is the UAE rider. Get back up to the wheel of the EF. Movistar rider. A few gaps, but mostly one long line of riders chasing the dynamic duo off the front. Wout van Aert is so beastly. Even the strongest riders in the world are having a tough time getting across the gap. This might just do it for this next little group of riders trying to get across. Peloton hot on their heels, so I thought it would take a long time for the breakaway to get established, and this is exactly why so many hungry riders, and after a successful breakaway stage, a lot of them want to be in the next move. Victor Kampenaert's coming across to his teammate Wout van Aert.
We've been racing now for just under 1 hour. Nobody has got away. The average speed is sticking at just over 30.5 miles an hour.
This is a great chance now for the breakaway to have finally the barrage they've been looking for across the road from the peloton. Movistar, two-door, EF with Nielsen Paulus, Arkea rider also, so it's taken an incredibly long time for the first outside chance for a breakaway fill.
Geraint Thomas has made the break. Vaudin, the one predicted by TJ Van Garderen, is in there. Marco Haller, Garcia and Costu. They are the riders in the break. 5 riders clear. How good to see that man on the far side, number 61, Geraint Thomas, winner in the 2018 Tour de France. And now his final lap of France before retirement. Well, I can tell you they've just had another abandon in the Tour. Catania, we've seen him near the back all day, has just stopped on the roadside and abandoned the Tour de France.
I just saw it. No way. Off the back, miles to go, suffering. Same thing yesterday, crashing heavily. That is potentially some serious repercussions for Remco Evenepoel. Mattia Catania, one of the few riders on that team that can do mile after mile on the flat roads out in the wind. Great time trialist from Italy, and a part of Tim Merlier's lead-out train as well, along with Bert van Leerberg. But Mattia Catania, when you're in this deep into the hurt locker, better to go home, lick your wounds, get better. And also, when you're riding so poorly, Phil, it's not easy to be around your teammates. Tour de France is about high spirits, morale, fighting spirit. And if one rider is just barely hanging on and trying to survive.
And that's the situation in the overall at the moment. 1 second margin to Pogacar. He'll be looking to pinch that back today, I think. Evenepoel is in 3rd. Vauquelin is the pride of France just now in 4th. A man of the region, having a great tour. and Vingegaard. If he won't be too happy lying in 5th place. He's conscious he's 74 seconds to make up. This is how it stands at the moment. Milan has 112 points. None of the names here are in the front group, so there's nobody going to challenge him. And so that's probably why they haven't chased it down. The points available, 20 at the top, 17, 15, right down. So yes, the 10th place for the winner of the bunch here in 6th place. That's best of the rest, as it were. Goes down to 15th place where you get 1 point. Most important thing is stay consistent, grab the points where you can. That's how you win the green jersey. Well, there'll be a big sprint from the peloton because
Absolutely.
There's a lot of points at stake there for 6th place.
Tom Southland mentioning that don't worry about the gap after the sprint, because obviously the sprinters will get pretty close. They'll get a lot closer than a minute 27. There will be some confusion thereafter. Might be some counter moves, but to just stay steady, stick to your guns, don't panic. Ivan Cortina is just going to roll through there. Probably the fastest sprinter in this group as well on paper.
Well, that was the slowest sprint I've ever seen, but not worry about that. I think we should get back to the bunch, quite honestly, because I know Quinn Simmons is getting involved. We haven't got pictures yet. There they are now. Simmons on the right, and it's the team of Biniam Girmay in the front.
Jonathan Milan already second wheel, a ways to go for the riders behind. Big lead out for Girmay. Maybe a little bit too much power on the wheels.
Yeah, I'm not sure that
might want to look behind you if you're leading out your sprinter. But if you're going for the points to take them away from the competitors of your teammate, that's a clever move.
Here he comes now, but it says Girmay is on the front of Milan here. He'd be pleased if he can get the best, but look at the speed. Quinn's moved over, seeing that his team captain was getting the sprint. Good piece of riding that by Quinn Simmons, because best of the rest has gone to Milan, and you know he has not lost a sprint from the bunch since this race began midway. Hasn't always been for first place, often best of the rest.
Clipped off almost a half a minute to the lead of the breakaway because of this acceleration. That will stabilize back to what it probably around what it was. This is the first place rider across the line, and not as nearly as much drama from the breakaway as from the peloton. And Jonathan Milan had some impressive climbs for wins earlier this year. Hadn't seen any evidence of that in the Tour de France so far, but that is an impressive show of climbing as well as sprinting from the sprinter from Lidl-Trek, Jonathan Milan, just getting 1 point to the better from Biniam Girmay. If dollars to donuts and Tade doesn't flub it up incredibly, as we look at the results, that's from the breakaway. Gets a little bit more interesting here, from 6th down to 15th. Milan getting the 10 and moving clear by 14 of Tadej Pogačar. That might not be enough at the finish line to keep the green jersey, and Tadej might go into the lead of 2 competitions, maybe even 3, because there's 2 King of the Mountain points at the finish line. If he gets those, he'll certainly be in the lead of the polka dots as well.
And I think he's just pulling back here to show us Haller being caught. There he is. Great breakaway today for Marco Haller. He's going to try and hang on, look.
Remco still not back on terms, so about 20 seconds behind. Had teammates there. Not sure what exactly happened to Remco. It was off camera, but here he is. A real scramble to get back to the peloton before the final climbs begin.
It's got to be a story there, Bob.
Yeah, if there was a volunteer to relieve himself, and that was maybe not the best time of the day to do so. But he should be able to get back in without too much trouble, especially since he's in the cars behind the peloton.
Well, it looks as though Alex Baudin's getting himself a cramp in the left leg as well now, trying to shake it out there.
Glad to see
1.6 kilometer climb.
Glad to see that I did go through one KOM point before the final climb. I thought a lot of the terrain was suitable for KOM sprints, and not the case in the Tour de France, apparently.
Now, It could be the Pogacar, not just this time, but you never know, he might get back in the polka dot jersey tonight.
Let's
1
see if-
point only on this one.
If it comes back together before the first ascension of the Mur de Bretagne, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see Tim Wellens near the front. Might go for the points if it's convenient. Wiesmann now to the front, putting a serious pace to the peloton at the moment. Want to keep certainly Vingegaard safe, because this is a very tricky set of streets before the road kicks up for the Mur de Bretagne climb itself.
It's Garcia who's made the move amongst the 4 leaders here, and not Geraint Thomas. The peloton are now on the same climb too. So they're 600 meters behind the leaders just now. Look at the crowd, and this is not even on the climb of the Mur de Bretagne just yet. Massive crowd. We're heading up towards the Mur.
Wow, Ivan Cortina now unable to follow the pace. Costiu having a very good day.
Garcia's gone now from the front group, and also Michael Woods, the Canadian, has gone from the main bunch. The winner of the stage on the Puy de Dôme.
Bodan in serious trouble, but all of them are in trouble. Look at the peloton, they're flying. Caden Groves, wow, the man in the gray jersey, white helmet, sprinter for that team of Mathieu van der Poel. That is an impressive ride. He's been good throughout, doing the lead-outs, and he is fabulous at the moment. Lone leader now.
1.4 kilometers to climb for the leader on the Mur de Bretagne. Ewan Costiu is the only one left in the breakaway now, and he's trying to survive. Remember, France have not won a stage yet, and this would be the place to do it. Look at the crowd, Bob.
Pretty good wind kicking up also from the right-hand side of the road, so the sprint at the top this morning was a lot more exposed than through the trees, so you'll want to sprint as far to the left as you can, and if you're leading it out, you want to stay as close as to the left side of the road as you can.
Pogacar on the right, in the white. In the yellow, Mathieu van der Poel are virtually climbing shoulder to shoulder here, about 6 or 7 men back. This is the king of the mountains currently.
Oh no, slip of gears for the peloton. That's Clément Champuzan. That's almost impossible to catch back up. If that happens to you at the back, it's Simon Yates leading. Jonas Vingegaard right at the front, setting a torrid tempo.
Yeah, Johannesson fell here. Right, well, yeah, just behind, caught on that crash. This is 2 kilometers. It's only 3rd category, but it is steep. So he wasn't just falling back. Let's have a look. See if we can spot him. Yates is on the front of the charge. This is Costiu. We'll get the first of the 2 points of the climb here.
Peloton past the steepest part of this climb, and then it does flatten out a little bit before the finish. Tadej Pogacar in a World Champions jersey, not far from the front. And if Mathieu van der Poel is not sprinting for the stage win, that's probably Tadej Pogacar's #1 rival for today's stage, Phil.
There's tempo riding by Visma. He's hurting the yellow jersey of the Tour for sure here. Yesterday's huge efforts to get the race lead taking its toll now. Costiu coming up.
1 lap to
200
go.
meters, 100 meters. Might get the points here anyway. That's a start.
First bell lap of this year's Tour de France. Love it.
Alaphilippe has now been dropped by the peloton. 1 lap to go.
Impressive riding by Simon Yates. Tim Wellens coming across for a single point. He'll go to 8 and hope that Tadej gets not the 2 at the offer, but at least he's got another point in the King of the Mountains dude.
Well, they came out with a plan, that is for sure. And to me, we're seeing a little change in the attitude of Jonas Vingegaard. I think he's having a good day today. Just 15 seconds left of this man's lead. Now there's the climb result. Kostu got it. Whelan's got a valuable 1 point there because he's now consolidated his lead in the King of the Mountains. And there's just one more lap. And again, it is 2-1 when they finish today on the finish line. All together now, and we are 7.5 miles to go to the finish. Peloton, Groupé, and the polka dot of Wellens tries to get to the front to set the pace.
Marc Soler in full cry, tiny group, all the GC contenders are here. The stage win, the yellow jersey, the polka dots, all up for grab. Not to mention the green jersey, Phil. Tadej Pogačar is all in for today's stage. He missed it the last time they were here. He was second to Mathieu van der Poel. He will love to rectify that today, Phil.
Looks like about 40 riders left of the 179 that started. Heading towards the final climb in the Muir. 6.7 kilometers. That's all to the start of that climb. Van der Poel moving slowly up as best he can. He's such a fighter. He's a brilliant bike rider. He never says never. Now, meanwhile, back to the sprinters group. This is Grimay second in line. At the back is Jonathan Milan. They're just down by the finish. 1 lap to go for them.
And let's see if Lidl Trek is not working for Thibaut Ness or Mateusz Skelmosa. Both of them could play a factor in the finale. There is yesterday's stage winner. Oh,
There's a
no!
crash.
Oh, no!
My goodness me.
Eddie Dunbar.
Healy's down. Dunbar is down.
Oh,
the 2 riders were in the
no.
break yesterday.
Oh, gracious. Guillaume Martin, also Bahrain rider in serious UAE guy. 2 Bahrain riders. That is Joao Almeida, I believe. That is a disaster for the man who is 4th in last year's Tour de France.
Almeida was riding on the front.
Lee
and then he's
Trago,
got
number
caught near the
51,
back.
the leader of the Bahrain team, hoping to be top 5 at the end of the Tour. I'm hoping he's still in the race at the end of today's stage. Quickly back up, but a long ways off the back. Yesterday's stage winner, Ben Healy.
The lonely road home for Ben now. He's still got the best part of the 3 miles to ride.
It's
upper left of our picture.
It's like Lee Trago the first to fall, and then Eddie Dunbar, just by wailing on the brakes, went down, and Guillaume Martin also. Oh,
absolute
gracious,
mess.
Phil. That's the small group, reasonable road, and the touch of wheels, some exhaustion perhaps, and all these riders trying to get to the front before the final climb, and boom, a big pileup. That wasn't that far from the front of a small group. It happens, just shows you how incredibly difficult the Tour de France is. A moment in attention, and it's a catastrophe, Phil.
Yeah, I think it is, but we'll check it all out at the finish there. But Almeida, right-hand man for Pogačar.
There's Buitrago, helmet
this
off.
This is not a good sight back at the finish scene at the moment. Oh. Watch out now, there's trouble. Pogačar's going straight up to the front. He's towing the Olympic champion Evenepoel with him. And Van der Poel has not answered at all. He's not in our picture in that yellow jersey. This is the turn. And he's just around that corner, just below. It is now eyes down because the mountain, the final climb of the day, has begun. Look at the face of Tim Wellens.
Perfectly timed acceleration by Wellens into that last corner before the final ramps. It's steepest at the bottom. Let's see if Tadej doesn't put the pressure on as soon as Tim Wellens is done with his turn.
Pogačar was brilliant there, stealing himself into the action. So too is Evenepoel following him. And the red jersey is there now. Van der Poel is too far off the back and losing ground. And now Remco versus the Pog. And behind is the red helmet of Vingegaard. Vingegaard will be a bit shocked at the sudden arrival of these two in front of him.
Yellow jersey done for today. He's not going to defend. It's going to be a 3-way battle between the first 3 in last year's Tour de France.
Well, this is incredible. The Olympic champion turns round and looks straight into the eyes of Vingegaard and just ambles into first place. 3 riders, the top riders in the front, right here on the front.
Primož Roglic in trouble. Vokalon trying to close the gap down. The man in the red and the black jersey on his wheel, Matteo Jorgensen. Tadej looks over. What kind of damage can I do? When should I go? Remco Evenepoel having a very good day also.
I think Vingegaard is itching to have a go today. He's on a good day. The man in third place. And Remco will feel it's under control for the moment. 1,400 meters to the line. This is an Olympic display by the double Olympic champion.
This is the steepest ramp. It flattens out. You want to be on the wheel for a little bit if you can do. Vauquelin, impressive. Dragging the followers back.
Vauquelin is coming in the red. He's joined them. The French will go mad when they see this man has latched on.
He's brought Carlos Rodriguez with him. Felix Gall is there also.
Calm face and the concentration of the world champion in the middle.
And there is Jonathan Narvaez, so Tadej might have one last lead out man. He is on the wheel of Matteo Jorgensen. Let's see if Narvaez can't do the last few meters. That's what Tadej is looking over, see where his teammate is. Vauquelin, fourth wheel, impressive riding. A very small group. Oscar Onley there also, and Felix Gall in the turquoise and blue jersey.
1 kilometer to go. Remco just staring down the eyes of Pogačar, inviting him to try and attack. He's going to try and take him on.
Narvaez now coming towards the front. He might not have the energy to do the lead out, but he's going to try. Tadej letting Remco have the wheel. Interesting tactic by Pogačar. Matteo Jorgensen, watch for him to do a big lead out for Jonas Vingegaard, the man in yellow and black with the red helmet.
Virtual overall, it's back on the shoulders tomorrow of Pogačar if it stays like this. This group is completely split up now.
Very impressive UAE team effort. Let's see if Tadej Pogačar can't finish it off. Mathieu van der Poel, perhaps the only rider that could really be considered a challenger on this terrain.
I still feel that Vingegaard in the red helmet is planning something, and he's going to have to do it soon. He's running out of time. 600 meters left. Steepest is behind.
Carlos Rodriguez, impressively, he is the rider from Ineos at the back of this group, not giving up his GC aspirations just yet. Pogačar head on a swivel, looking for an attack. He'll want to respond to that. Doesn't want to go quite yet. He still has a teammate on the front.
And don't forget that Matteo Jorgensen is here on the wheel of his teammate. Tadej goes, it responds from Vingegaard, and Evenepoel responds, but hey, Tadej has got the afterburners on here.
Look out for Vingegaard, he's coming.
Vingegaard's closed in. Is he going to have a go? Can he take him? No, he can't. He gets the win, Tadej Pogačar, and he gets as a reward another yellow jersey.
He gets the points, he gets the polka dots, he gets everything. The brand new Cannibal in full cry today, Phil. I didn't think he'd want to let today's stage go.
Well, it was a tough day for the yellow jersey in the end. He's still to cross the line. Here he comes. That's his 19th stage win, by the way, in Tour history for him. A minute has gone by as Mathieu van der Poel salutes the crowd. They applaud him home. He's such a great competitor, but he's lost about a minute and 20 seconds. So he'll be a minute and 19 behind tonight. And there's bonuses to be taken into consideration. 10-second win bonus to add salt in the wounds for Tadej Pogačar.
Stage 7 results, as many predicted at the top. Tadej Pogačar wins. Closest to him, and as Bob pointed out, and the guys have here as well, super impressive ride and finish by Jonas Vingegaard. Many people predicted it last night and this morning that we'd see this after the stage. Tadej Pogačar celebrating as the stage winner.
Vainqueur d'étape aujourd'hui, Tadej Pogačar de l'équipe UAE.
He was a second behind in the overall standings to start the day, and here's how it looks right now. Tadej will be back in yellow. Remco Evenepoel, 54 seconds back, is closest to him. Jonas Vingegaard was right on Tadej's tail there across the finish line because of the bonus points. He's now 117 back. Matteo Jorgensen, almost on the first page, coming in at 6th, and Primoz there now over 3 minutes back in 9th place. Yellow jersey, 42nd career yellow jersey for Pogačar at the Tour. Sprint standings, Tadej there, sizable lead over Jonathan Milan. Vinian Girmay, last year's winner, in third. Vanderpool was in yellow until the end of this stage. And Jonas makes the first page. There he is, right over the top of the yellow. Kind of expected to see him win in stages and in yellow, but in green, that's a new look. King of the Mountains, Tim Wellens. His teammate will be there, Tade right behind him. And yesterday's winner, Ben Healy, coming in third. Polka dot jersey, Tim Wellens back in it. The 34-year-old stays 1 point ahead of his teammate Tadej Pogacar.
Le meilleur grimpeur du tour à l'issue de cette 7e étape, c'est Tim Wellens.
And that is the top rider under the age of 25. Remco Evenepoel stays right there. Kevin Vauquelin closest to him, 17 seconds back. Remco was right in that group. It was Tadej, it was Jonas. He was actually ahead of Jonas as they got closer and closer to the finish line. We waited to see who was going to go first. Tadej went, Jonas stayed right with him, and Remco faded back a couple of seconds behind the leaders there on the stage today, but does keep the white jersey.
For all your cycling content year-round, subscribe to NBC Sports YouTube page. We got it all.
TheFeed.com presents Athletes in the Wild. A drought has stricken the plains. The animals suffer, except those who found their oasis at TheFeed.com. Please feed the animals. Shop today and get a free animal bottle at TheFeed.com.
I chose Wix for my business because of its massive scope for functionality and freedom of creation. Being able to integrate and change and develop at my own pace. I offer a range of products and services. To manage it all from one place is essential. It gave me time back in my day to get going on actual projects. It really just made everything feel more achievable.
The all-new management team at Hyundai of 110 wants everyone who works or goes to school anywhere on Route 110 to get the exclusive Hyundai of 110 power plan. The deals are here. New Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport starting at $179 per month, plus the exclusive Hyundai of 110 Freedom Plan. All roads lead to the all-new Hyundai of 110, just south of Adventureland.
Beautiful machine. Now, the next one is the Nissan HR31 GTSR Skyline, and it's Stephen Richards who is taking this one up the hill, and we shall see how this goes. Stephen is the son of Jim, who raced with this in Australia back in the 1990s and won the Australian Touring Car Championship that year, winning 6 out of the 8 events that he did, and that was remarkable. So it is a rapid machine with good history, and he's going quick.
And it was a pivotal machine, this car, as particularly in the Group A touring car area, especially in the Australian Touring Car Championship, the 2-litre straight 6 turbo. Going well so far. It was close in the first sector, but the Nissan stretched its legs a little bit more in the second.
Yeah, they beat a bunch of Ford Sierras that year, amazing, because the Sierra was becoming the touring car that was so strong, but he's looking as though he's going to set a new pace here. Let's just see, 55.9 is the time to beat. It's in the 50s, it's going to be very close, 55.73, but he does go fractionally fastest of anyone so far that we have seen. Now, the next one that's coming up is going to be the Lister Storm with Harry Barton driving this one. And this Lister, which had good success in its time in the category it was competing in. Let's see how it goes right now. And immediately that's a good start. Look, you can see that first sector already. We've got the purple coming up and trying to see if they can find a little bit more.